Glad that it's all familiar faces today, so I don't have to give my whole spiel about who I am and all that stuff. You guys know, right? My name is Art. I love how this just works. Pretty cool, right? But anyway, so I'm going to run through this stuff really quick. Those of you that don't know, it's like through the art of connection, and we're going to talk about what does that have to do with regeneration and everything. It is wound me up, and some of you saw this. Who was at the last monthly meeting, or maybe it was 2 months ago, something like that. I think most of everybody was here. And, through the art of connection, networking, conversations, relationships, it has wound me up in some of the coolest places ever. The audience didn't arrive yet, but, big stages, virtual things, red carpets, and all that kind of good stuff. But here's what I want to do really, really quick. If you haven't heard of this, and for those of you that also do presentations and things like this, and you might be giving it away for free, there's something called the zero price effect. Does anybody know what that is? I'm going to tell you. There tends to be this phenomenon when you give something away for free, doesn't even matter how much. It could be a Bentley, right? Or a pancake. People don't tend to value it as much. Maybe you've experienced that, right? Yeah, you with me? And so what I want to do right now, because this is a free workshop and I want you guys to value it so much. And I want to get that brain to think that this is worth what I paid for it. You're not going to pay anything, but do me a favor. Stay in this to also get us on this WhatsApp group. You don't have to, but I highly recommend it because you can also, this is going to be the only way to stay in touch with me after this workshop, right? So all the questions, there should be some other bonus stuff coming at you on this thread. Leader, I'm not going to stand you. I'm not going to sell you. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But scan it right now. And what I want you to do is, what would you pay for a workshop like this? Throw some things out. What do you think? What do you think it's worth? Those of you that saw Andy's last time, what do you think? $250. I love it. Do me a favor and in this chat, get in there and then just put the however much you want to pay today. And you're not going to, right? You see what I'm saying? Pretend that you're paying me something. If you can't think of a number, give me $27, all right? So text me $27 in that chat right now, and your brain is going to go, I just dropped $27 for this thing. And now we got rid of that zero price effect phenomenon. Does that make sense? And this isn't something I was going to teach on today, but it's something to think about when y'all are giving things away for free. It does serve a purpose and all that stuff, but do be prepared for the zero effect. Okay, now who put in their price? Who locked it in? All right. What do we say? Ching! Let's hear it. Ching. Oh man, let's do it again. This is homely for office, right? 3, 2, 1. That's what I want to hear. That is the sound of opportunity and everything. And speaking of opportunity, I want to share a couple things with you. Here's a photo of me sitting down with Mr. Jeff Hoffman. If you don't know who travels a lot, who's ever been through an airport, those kiosks that we check in on and the whole thing, he invented those. So he's doing okay, right? You might have heard of something called Priceline. You might have heard of something called Booking.com. And imagine how surreal it felt to me when this gentleman leans over and says, hey, I want your opinion on something. Okay, sure. So I was just hanging out with the king of Saudi Arabia, and we've got a marketing problem. I'm like, with what? He's like, with Saudi Arabia. And I'm like, ooh, that does sound like a marketing. But it was such a trippy moment for me in my life. It's like, I don't believe that Mr. Priceline, Booking.com, is asking me my opinion so he can go share it with the king of Saudi Arabia and things like that. How did this even happen, right? It's like, and it wasn't like an accident. It wasn't like, I just sat down at some random table somewhere. So let me walk you through this connection story. And I've got a ton of them, but here's one for today. Sure, not wandering off the screen there. So this is me and my sister up here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It started with being really nice to my sister, which if you knew our history, we grew up in some challenging circumstances and things like that. But we got over it. We worked our things out because we grew up in a trippy environment, let me put it like that. So I was really, really nice to my sister. And she knows I'm a networker. She knows I love connection. And she said, you know what? You really got to meet one of my clients, Miss Adora. She introduced me to Adora, who, by the way, out of all of the interesting things that she does, she's a connector as well. She was one of the first women presidents of the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Great connection. Awesome. She knows some stuff. Okay. And so we became friends. We did a lot of things together. I continued to introduce her to connections and things I have. I just want to be helpful, just want to be of service. Now, she also has something, she's the executive producer of the Texas episodes of something called The Dining Divas. I introduced her to so many people that it pretty much filled up the cast for one of their seasons for the Dining Diva show in Texas. So about half of those ladies here I'd introduced, that's when they were filming on the TV show. And so Adora and I have really developed a fun, nice, awesome relationship, right? We've introduced each other to some fantastic people, which has helped out our projects and our businesses and our personal life and all of those things. And it gets better from here, right? So after I did all that without asking anything in return, and that's important. So I want you guys to come at everything with a mindset, talk about mindset. Those of you who were here, right? Yesterday, I think it was, of service, right? How can I be helpful? Always go, not what can I get? Can I close a deal? Are you going to spend money with me? That's important. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen organically, but always approach everything with a heart of service. So anyway, after I did all that for them, then I didn't even ask, right? And it's like, hey, Art, you want to be part of this mastermind in Tobago? With all expenses paid and the whole thing, we just want you to come out and be a part of it? Let me think. Yep. Let's go do it. And it just so happened, right? And we went out there, had a great time on the islands, was so fantastic. It was one of those cool masterminds with like only 33 people or something like that. We're out there for like a week. So we really, really did. Grab a handout on your way in if you could help the gentleman with the handout. Cheryl, appreciate that. Make sure you got a pen or a pen. So we had a really great time out there. And it just so happened that Jeff Hoffman was the keynote. He's on the advisory board, or here's my friend Adora. He's on the advisory board for something that they do called the Diva Network. And so that's how I just happened to end up on an island with Jeff Hoffman talking about the marketing problem of Saudi Arabia. Because they don't have the best reputation, right? And it's like, but the things have changed and they're trying to get people out there. So that's and I mean, how cool is that, right? Sit down with a billionaire philanthropist to pick his brain, had his full attention for like a couple hours or something like that. It was cool. It was crazy. I love it. And by the way, Adora's still killing it out there, having a good time and all that stuff. So what happened really is all of this goes like this, right? Conversation. We have a conversation, right? Which leads to a lead. See what I did there, right? Leads to a lead. We develop the relationship and that results in an opportunity. Now, every time an opportunity means what? Say it. Yes. Opportunity is dollars, right? Potentially, all right? Potentially. Now, in this case, it's like, did I make a whole bunch of money with Jeff Hoffman or something like that? No, he didn't buy any of my products. I didn't get hired or anything like that. But man, I've got a dynamite relationship, right? And it's not a cha-ching, but it's a kapow. What does that mean? It's like, that is an awesome relationship that has led to some wonderful things. We're actually in conversation about helping gang members, Crips and Bloods and stuff, reintegrate into society. It's another project that's going on. And so that's a lot of fun. So here's my promises to you guys today. This is what hopefully I'm going to deliver and deliver well for your $250 of Monopoly money and everything else. Like, where does pitch fit into lead generation? We're going to craft with your paper, make sure everybody has a handout, your first draft of the Connection Catalyst pitch, its name for the thing. We're going to map out how to turn one-on-one conversations into larger lead generation ecosystems, and we'll give you an action plan for the next 7 days. So that's what I want to deliver to you. You're going to expand on this kind of process. This is like the client journey. We all have businesses, I'm assuming, or we've been to businesses that we have been through this process. Wherever, if I walk into McDonald's, right, I go through this process. It starts with visibility. What do you look like from a distance, right? Your exposure and all that stuff. We want to rise. We want to get curiosity in our product or our service, right? Make a connection, which creates a lead, leads to the conversation. And then there's an offer, becomes a client. They have a wonderful experience. And hopefully we take really, really good care of them and they're going to bring more referrals to us. Yeah. So there's the typical client journey, right? And you can see here, I am going to drill down on, wrong button. Okay. Operator error every time, right? So today, we're going right here. And it's interesting that connection and lead are right next to each other, right? Thus the title of the workshop, Lead Generation via the Art of Connection. Because what is connection? It's what I'm doing right now. It's what I'm saying. It's how I appear. All of that stuff, right? How do you appear to your potential clients? Now, I want to zoom out for a minute to just look at everything we're doing. This is my kind of visual representation of you or me and everything we're connected to. The heart in the center is you, and we are connected like I'm connected to her, and she's connected to them, and they're connected to them. You see that? It's like we have this wonderful, big, vast network of people. And a lot of you have heard me say this, and I'll keep on saying it until it just doesn't work anymore, that we are always one or two people away from everything we need. She may not have it, but then she'll call her and she'll call him and say, "Boop, boop, boop." It's like, we found that dog you always wanted. Awesome. Okay. So the art of connection, right? That's important. It's what we say, though, how we get it, right? So if we zoom in on the heart there, which is you at the center, this again is a visual representation. This is you. You are the heart and soul of your world, your universe, your business. Okay, I'm going to drill down on that. It all starts and ends with you, right? Whole week, your business, it all starts with you. You agreed? Right? We are the top and the bottom sometimes of everything that we do. Now, reaching out and around that, we have personal brand, which again, is the visibility part, what we were talking about. And then, of course, there's business brand. Now, what's the difference? It's sometimes, we're all about personal brand. Hey, it's all me, 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 me. And that's not a bad thing in this case. I didn't mean that to sound selfish or anything. I'm the brand, right? I have products and services. I'm the face. You know me. We have conversations. You love what I do. You follow me on YouTube and the whole thing. Or there's the business brand side. But you can see the overlap. It always starts with me and what I have to say. Agreed? Right now, just a one-up. Again, I wasn't teaching all this today. But just so you know, when y'all are marketing, when you're putting yourself out there or your business, here's an interesting statistic. Personal brand is going to cut above business brand every time. Not sometimes, every time. How many times more? 20 times. Yeah, every time, you're right. But 20 times. Now think about that. That's if I was compared, say I'm on YouTube and I'm promoting my company. I'm also on YouTube promoting me. I'm just talking about things that point to my company. It's going to get 2,000% more traction, 20 times more, right? 2,000%. I want to let that sink in, right? So however you're branding what you do or yourself, this is the way to go, right? Over business trends. They both work, right? And you can mix them together and all those things. But I just wanted to kind of harp on that. Now, here's a system that I put together. You're actually the very first public people to ever see this. It's a new build and all the things. There's a lot of things going on in here, that whole client journey, business, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry, I'm going to send the slides on that chat. The QR code will come back. It's also on your handout. So don't worry, you're going to get all this stuff. Okay, if you don't want to keep taking pictures. If you like pictures, please do. But what we're going to talk about today over here is pitch, okay? Now, some of you might say, well, I thought this was a lead generation workshop, and it certainly is, right? We all want leads. We all need leads and the whole thing. We want quality leads and all that stuff. But how do we get them? How do we get them? Any ideas? Communication. And how do we do that, right? Because there's lots of forms of communication, right? There's our, there's video, there's the hard copy stuff, but it's always what we're saying, right? Everything. It's about what we are saying. And the thing about leads, right? Now, when we're saying something, we have, and I'm sure you've heard some of these stats, but just in case you haven't, how many times do we have? How many chances do we get to make a first impression? There you go, once. And how many seconds do we have for that to really hook and catch somebody's attention and make them curious and all that good stuff that we want them to do to turn them into about more or less 70 seconds, right? Not a whole lot of time, And that I don't know. I don't know if I was happy with that because I'm a talker. I'd like to sit there and tell you all about me for about 3 hours or so. You got the time. That's a long elevator. I don't know where we're going with that, right? But anyway, so the obvious thing here is that we need to work on that because we got to hook them and get them straight. So we're going to workshop that today a little bit. But first, I need free volunteers, or I'm going to pick them. So jump up. Cheryl's ready. Andy's ready. One more. Lewis, you ready? Come on up. One at a time. Cheryl, let's do a little walk into you guys. Cheryl, come on. Yeah, let's hear it for the volunteers. I can have you stand here, Cheryl. Now, before we get into it, we just want to hear your pitch. Okay, so we're just fun in here. Let's don't worry, we're going to workshop it. It's going to be great. All right, get our hand though, right? Give her some friends here, right? Right. So, Miss Cheryl, you're in a very warm and welcoming. Any pitch you want to do?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
We're doing well.
My name is Cheryl, and I'm here today to tell you about HomeLink. Can I get a round of applause? HomeLink is a very valuable company that I don't think you want to miss out on. You want to engage, you want to come in, and you want to enjoy what we have to offer. HomeLink is an education and marketing company. So if you want to learn more, come see me or call me. Thank you.
Hey, what are tools for you? Thanks for stepping up some steps. Andy, come on in. All right, let's hear it for Andy. Come on. Your pitch. Elevator pitch, wow. I forgot that there's lots of kinds of pitches, right? We have different pitches for different crowds and things like that. This is the elevator pitch. You just met these people. You have it's
7 seconds?
well, no, but there's still time limit. But let's hear your pitch. We just met you.
Hey guys, my name is Andrew Trevetti. I am a U.S. Marine veteran, and I'm in the lending space, in the capital raise space, and in the real estate space. I'm a huge supporter of HomeLink. This is a great opportunity for us to kind of come together and build a community around. I'm really excited for you guys to come talk to you about anything you guys going on in the space of lending, real estate, or anything in general. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you.
Tools for being such a willing participant. Let's hear you. Next. All right. You got to observe the ones before you a little bit.
A little bit of a head start. Hey, hello everyone. My name is Louis. I am a real estate investor. What I have done in the real estate market is I've tapped into something that no one else has been able to do. I tapped into co-living. If you don't know what that is, it's basically we turn a single family residential home, we turn it into co-living. So we go into a home, we turn it into maybe 8, maybe 10 bedrooms, and we rent out each room individually. So now, instead of making $400 per door, $200 per door on a single family residential, we're making real money and a real scalable business. And we're looking to add about 60 more within the next 2 years to our portfolio. We currently have 20 and we love it. Wait, my cousin. If you forgot my cousin, sorry.
Wait, that's a different workshop.
This is real. If you're any really interested in this, you really tap into the real market right now. We're offering investor opportunities right now at the very slow investment, very small investment. You can come in and join into our passives right now, brand new ground up passives. So if you're interested, seriously, come talk to either me or my business partner Ron over here, and we'll tell y'all about it. We'll get you started.
Awesome. For help. Just. So there's some example of some pitches, right? I'm not to ask you to say anything out loud, but was it what caught your attention? Or did it, right? Was it too little? Was it too long? You see what I'm getting at? Those kinds of things. We're going to bring them back up after the workshop and see if we can improve it, because a better pitch equals better opportunities, and opportunities are what? Yes, and hey, your pitch, it's like, how come, let me just get right to the point. Your pitch is a portable lead generation asset. You have it with you at all times. It is in your invisible toolbox, right? Of things to do so I can generate a lead wherever I go. Who's got a funnel going on right now? Everybody raise your hand, because you're in a funnel right now. This room is a funnel. The room is the funnel. You are the top of the funnel. Am I right? Right? I mean, we're here right now. I got a whole room of potential leads here right now. I could think of it that way, right? So I am the top. The room is the funnel. I am the top of the funnel, and so are you. Because weak leads, they leak what? They leak the opportunities. What are opportunities? Wait a minute. I thought you were excited about the. Well, you're crazy. Am I putting you to sleep? I better stop. I go to sing or dance or something up here. The cost of now lead might be, your pitch, it might be confusing, right? Now, we're not grading these people that came up. I mean, did you understand what they are and what they're about? Have people gotten a confusing pitch before where it's like they even talk, you've gone on for 30 minutes and I still have no idea what's going on with it. And you know what? You went on for 30 minutes and these are pitch killers, lead killers. Okay. So I want you to keep this in mind. Too much info. Because remember, this is an elevator pitch. It's not the close. It's not the big sales production, okay? If you didn't give any clear value, it's like, oh, it all sounds interesting, but I don't know. No next step. I wish it, underline this one, no next step. How many times have you been pitched and you're like, it all sounds great and off they go, right? So what do I do now, right? Don't ever leave your pitch without something else to do. So we're going to walk through this thing called the Connection Catalyst Framework right now. And actually, I can't take all the credit. I have based this on the work of Forbes Riley, another wonderful connection. And I say that because I want to give credit where credit is due, but also if this is striking your fancy or it's like, man, I really want to dig into this more, she has a program called Elevator Pitch 2.0 that you need to go check out. You can write that down or whatever you need to do. Elevator Pitch 2.0. She's, by the way, she sold over $1 billion of product from stages before she was from the, before the internet, infomercials and the whole thing, right? So she's done fantastic, has a fitness empire, all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so let's dive into the work now. Get your hand out, and we're gonna start walking through. We're gonna create your pitch, okay? And first here, we have choosing the destination. Why? Okay, I really want you guys to dig into this, all right? Because we might want to hear some examples and stuff like this. I want to get your brains going and working on this. Okay, so the why is what do you want this pitch to lead to? Where's it going? Some of us have multiple products, multiple businesses, right? Multiple things going on. Am I wanting to convince Andy to sign up to a membership? Do I want him to buy a product? Do I see him as a strategic partner, maybe? Perhaps a collaborator or something else? What exactly? This isn't on your sheet really, or is it? Put it on there?
Yeah, number one.
Thank you. Choose the destination, right? Yeah, so there they are. There's the examples. Do I want them to book a call, visit the website? There's your examples there, right? So I want you to think about the name of your product or your service. What do you call it? Is it catchy? What are those kinds of things going on? All right. What is the description of your product or service? Why do we need to start thinking about that? It can't be too long and it can't be too vague, right? Things to think about. What are the key features and benefits of that product or service, right? Or an idea. You might be pitching an idea to someone like, I'm looking for angel investors or something like that, right? So start writing it down. What's going on? What's the product or service? Think about these things. And by the way, I'm hoping to just push you guys in the road of cracking this pitch. And over the next few weeks and months, you're going to keep pulling it out and refining it and refining it and refining it until it's really, really good. Sound good? Because remember, the pitch is not to close the deal. It's really to open the conversation. Remember that first part up there, curiosity? That's where we're at. It's the elevator pitch, right? Not the appointment, the big sales summit. That comes down the road later, all right? So think about those things. Now, what about your name? I was making comments here. So my name is Bart, and I was blessed with a fun name to play with, right? It's like, ooh, I'm a noun, I'm a verb, all kinds of things. I can have so much fun with that marketing, and I am actually, now that I'm positioning myself. I don't work for firms anymore, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. But I want you to think about your name, because this is important, right? It's the foundation of, remember we had the heart up there? You're the heart and the soul of your business. There are people, I've met people, they don't like their name. They're just something about it. I don't know, name be Throckmorton for some piece of business, so I have to work on that. It's a powerful part of your identity, right? You might say the foundation of how others perceive you. And I want you to think about that, because it's okay to play with that too. How do you say your name? Would it sound better with a nick? Am I happy with my name? Think about that for a second. Am I happy with my name? Minor, right? Am I happy with it? Think about when other people have introduced themselves to you. Yeah, Bob, I don't know. They don't really sound excited. They are, right? And so we want to be sure. And if you're not excited about your name and things like, because that was part of the pitch, right? Like, hey, I'm Art. Woo! And if I'm excited and confident about who I am, if I was Throckmorton, I'd probably change it to Art. or something like that. So think about that, how it says here, how you want to say it. Confident, clear, warm, and grounded, right? Say your name, solid and grounded, proud of who you are and the whole thing, because that is the first component of your pitch. Hi, my name is, right? It's the very first part. And we're squeezing it into that 7 seconds and everything, right? Okay, so think about your name. Some of you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into this. We're happy with our name. But for those of you, there are probably 10% in here that's, yeah, you know what? I do want to work on that. I'm not sure it's rolling off the tongue well. I don't like the sound of my own name. Now, you may not want to change it, but then you'll have to work on confidence, right? Those kinds of things. Say it proud, be happy, all that good stuff. Okay, so next up, the kaboom, right? Or the signature identity. When you introduce yourself, and by the way, we're crafting a sentence here. You're going to introduce yourself as, I'm known as the, hi, my name's Art, and I'm known as the enthusiastic advocate, connection ecosystem architect. It depends on who I'm talking to, right? And so here's an exercise. We want to find something snappy, something fun, but it's also going to embody who you impact, what your expertise is, and the authority that you have. Look at these examples down there. Strategic growth advisory, dream property connector, business scaling strategist, right? But you hear what I'm getting at? You kind of know what those are, right? It's like, it sounds sexier and more fun than, oh, I'm a real. No offense to realtors, right? But you get what I'm getting at. So this is a really important part of the exercise, right? Because it identifies your expertise, right? Now, those three parts there, the impact word, the expertise word, and the authority word, these are the lists you're going to make, okay? Now, there's samples down there, so you're going to start with your expertise. What is it that you do? Okay, I'm a realtor, right? What other words, and this is, these days, we got really fun things like the internet and AI and all that stuff to run these things. Ooh, what's a more fun name for a realtor? Think of your expertise. I'm a plumber. I'm going to think of something better for that stuff, right? So what is your expertise? So if you look down here, property connector. What are these? I'm a property connector. I'm a realtor. I'm a property connector. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. You see what I'm getting at? So you're going to think of your expertise, make a list of words that describe your expertise. One word. I know it's challenging. It's kind of an exercise, but that's what dictionaries and thesauruses are for and all that stuff. And pick an expertise word. You can see down there, client experience designer, home investment guide. I'm a guide. Now that's interesting too. So the impact word, right? What value do you bring? Yeah. What value do you bring? What impact do you make on people's lives? What are you doing for them? Are you an advisor, a connector, a strategist? Or I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong thing. Impact, growth. I'm helping people grow. I'm helping them achieve their dreams. I'm going by these examples I found on the page. I'm helping them achieve their dreams. I'm helping them scale. I'm building wealth. I'm their experience, their visibility, those kinds of things. Make sense? Think of some words now. I want to see some pens moving and stuff, right? Think of these things. What kind of, the first words that pop in your head, think about that. And also the authority word. Let's jack it up because we're getting down to business. This is where the rubber hits the road, right? It's really quiet in there. I love that. I hope that's not you falling asleep. It's that you're really putting thought into this stuff. Because this is going to be important. You're going to have a lot of fun when we construct this whole sentence together, okay? These three words, they create the curiosity, right? It might not describe everything, but it's like, oh, that sounds interesting. Business scaling strategist. Doesn't that kind of pique your curiosity? I hope, right? Compare that to business coach. Which one piques your curiosity just a little more, right? You see what I'm getting at? So when we put those three words together, well, that's going to be your signature identity that goes right after your name, right? For example, hi, I'm Sally. I'm a dream property connector. Whoa, that's it. Like, Sometimes people don't even say what they do. Hi, I'm Sally. What do you do, Sally? I'm a dream property connector. Woo, but tell me more. See what I mean? It piqued my curiosity. It sounds fun. Sounds interesting. I kind of know what she's saying, but I really want to dig in this. Hey, Carl, what's up? Come on in, brother. There's a handout somewhere if you need it. Okay, cool. Now, this is important. We're getting so deep psychology. Oh, what? What happened? So we've stated our name. We got our 3-word descriptor. So, and again, we have said this is how we get them at 7 seconds, right? Next is how can I help? The credibility bridge, number 4. I can say this because, and I want you to circle that word because. Using that word is going to be important. I'm a dream property connector because, here it comes, right? Here comes the meat on the bone, right? Because it's satisfied. The 3 words that we use creates curiosity. This is going to answer it, right? This is the answer to what we've to the question marks that we built in somebody's head. And I really want to drill into this one, okay? So the red letter, right? Because remember I said, when you're introducing yourself to people, most of the time, you might even catch yourself doing this. It's like, really? Most of the time, and this may sound harsh, but you'll know what I mean. It's like they don't really care who you are or what you do or what's going on. They want to know how you can help them. What can you do for me? That's why we're in this networking group. That's why I'm standing here. What can you do for, we're meeting each other, right? I don't mean it to sound blunt or selfish, but it's a fact, right? When you're talking to people and introducing yourself in most of these environments that we're in, they're really waiting to know, what can you do for me? With me? So this part is really, really important. The credibility bridge, right? There's something about saying it that way because as someone who, you see there, fill in the blank. I'm someone who, and there's the examples. I've helped, I've built, I've worked with, I've spent 20 years, I specialize in, after overcoming X, Y, Z. See what I'm getting at? And this is going to segue right in to how you help me, what you got to deliver, okay? And it's positioning you as the authority. This is establishing credibility. We're getting right into it, right? As someone who, now right under that, number 5. So I want you to think about that. Pick those words. Think of the numbers, right? Think of the stats, because we're getting right down into number 5, proof spark, right? What number, how many homes have you sold, right? How many people have you helped? How many times have you spoken on stage? How many stages were you on? How many people were in the audience? I've come up with a cool number. I used to play music and teach classes and all kinds of things. And when I did the math about every single class and workshop that I did and all the festivals and all the things, I came up with this astronomical number. It's like I've literally performed or appeared or spoke in front of millions of people. And it's a fact. Because I did the math, right? It didn't seem like I was blown away myself, or because it was I think the largest crowd was a few thousand or something like that. But it sounds really cool when I say like, hey, I've spoken for billions of people. Makes sense? So whatever it is that you do, think of the stats. And here's some helpful things down there to help you through it. My clients went from, $0 to $1 million. I helped a team accomplish whatever it may be. See that? So think about what you're doing, pick out what sounds best for you, and fill it in there. This could be a transformation. It could be a big win that you might be helping people make big wins, right? I'm helping people close, right? I coached them or I consulted them and they did the closing. I've helped people make X millions of dollars or whatever it is, okay? So that is the proof. The proof of the pudding is right in there. Maybe it was a powerful statistic, things like that. And then number 6, this is important, right? The current invitation. Right now, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? What's exciting you right now? This moment. It doesn't have to be the whole career, the whole picture, everything you do. It's like, oh man, we're building a mall down the road. You gotta go see it. It's really cool. I'm really excited about that. Then, we just started a partnership with X company and we're about to build all this stuff or something. Give some kind of, it's not the proof so much, but you see where I'm going with this, right? This is what I'm excited about right now. It's underlying everything that we just did. So think about I want you to write something down. What are you doing right now that you're excited about? That points back to what you do. So think about that. If I go back to, I forgot to show you guys this. If I go back to the credibility, how you can help, that is the money line. Because remember, that's what people really want to know. How you help them. What's your product? What's your service? What's your idea that's going to really speak to me in the 7 seconds that you have? We talk about the facts, which is the proof spark. And the next up, the easy next step. And you always want to wrap it up with an easy next step. Connect with me on Facebook. Oh, I had a workshop next week. Here's my link. Let's connect. Let's have some coffee. Let's do so cool. A clear, actual next step. It's got to be something. Don't leave them hanging without some way to follow up and connect with you. Make sense?
Pretty.
Yes. Oh, good. Well, let's go back. You're writing furiously. How does it sound now? Oh, I'm sorry. On the back, you can start filling in the whole sentence, right? If you've been brainstorming on the front, take your best ideas that are speaking to you and put it on the back, right? This whole thing, guys, we could do like I'd literally been through a 6-hour workshop that just talked about that, just constructing this sentence. But I wanted to give this to you guys today to get you on that path, right? And we're going to practice. We all hang out together. Almost everybody that's real, we see each other all the time. And this is cool because we can start practicing it with each other and be open to feedback, right? It's like Karen, if you would say, you know what, I don't think that word might really, that kind of stuff. Help each other out later in the future. And on that WhatsApp thread that I created, we're going to practice. I want to hear your sentences and stuff, right? We'll be open, we'll be vulnerable. It's a safe space, right? And then we can really powwow about what's going on with our elevator pitch. Sound good? So who's got a sentence created? You're scared, aren't you? Andy, you're going to talk. Andy, Louise, Bert Cheryl, though.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that the signature identity is 3 words. What if it's more than 3 words?
Because the human brain, what if it's more? It's not that it's a bad thing, but I can tell you that the human brain loves the number 3. Having yours, right? You'll know, oh, this is another thing. Like I've never put more than 3 bullet points on my screen, ever, ever, ever. I don't know, the human brain, you guys have seen 100 presentations and things like that. When it gets to more than 3 bullet points, it's 5 or it's 6, it's like the brain starts going, I'm not interested. Too much. There's something about the number for you in the answer to your question. Okay. Now that doesn't, little luz and as's and things like that. You can tweak it. It's not a hard and fast rule, but when we're digging into the sales psychology or the neurology of the brain and all that stuff, that's why it works. Yeah. It can be a tough exercise, right? It really can. You don't even know. It's like I've fed this stuff through AI 100 times. I've changed it 5 million times. It's crazy, right? So let's see. Luis, you ready? Got your sentence ready? Let's give it a shot. Come on. Let's hear it for Luis.
Whoa. I brought my name Louis, by the way. Okay, so I wrote down some things to make it a little bit different, but honestly, it's not that much different.
That's okay. Take a deep breath. Don't rip on it. Just give us the work. Just give us the This has my other one.
Oh, it's for the camera.
We just hold it. It's drop.
So starting over again. My name is Louis. I'm a real estate investor. I create cash flow, but what I changed that for you sake, now I'm gonna just change it to what I do is a long-term wealth and real estate scaling advisor. So instead of saying, hey, I'm into co-living and
No written, so you just go through the whole sentence. Oh, it's your start to finish. It's okay. It's okay. We're all friends, right?
As someone who builds scalable rental income, proof spark one result transformation on credibility point. My personal portfolio is my credibility. Current investigation and invitation right now is developing purpose-built co-living properties. Easy next step is I have a live workshop tonight. Actually, here's the here's I'm actually teaching tonight in Pearland about a flip that we're about to actually do. This is a real property that we're about to flip where we're supposed to close up.
Stop you there. Good. Hey, hook up with Luis. Now, we heard him the first time, we heard him the second time. Difference? Big difference, right? Same information, eh? Different package, you might say, right? And when you get to the CTA, like, hey, I've got an event tonight. Come on, that's a leave it there. Remember, seconds count, folks. Luis, if I gave some creative feedback the first time, too much info.
Yeah.
Good info, but for an elevator pitch, it's too much. This is the first time. The second, third time we talk, when I ask you, like, give me more. Then you're ready. Well, that's a whole nother workshop too, right?
So yeah, I still got to polish this up, but
Exactly.
I get ready to say.
He's off to a great start, right? Let's hear it for Luis. Where have you been working? Does anybody want to come up and give it a shot? Come on. And do it, yeah, it's okay. It takes practice. That's for
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Shannon Higgins. I am known as a property matchmaker. I help people find their forever dream home or business space and help them to build generational wealth for their families. I have worked with first-time home buyers, and I specialize working with churches. I bring 14 years of experience, and right now I'm working on several commercial properties that will house businesses and residential space for children and for veterans. You can, the best way to contact me is by text or email. I know it
needs work, right? Needs work. You can compress it even more. And I mean that in the most positive kind of way, but it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome. This is our first time out. Did we ever do anything right the first time? It's just like driving a car. Real clunky and sticky at first, the whole thing. The more that we refine it, the more we practice it. You walk around, you print it out, record it, listen to it in your car, the whole thing. Write it, say it, simplify it, humanize it. Who else wants to try? One more. Let's do one more. Come on up or I'm going to pick you. Somebody in the back row. Oh, here you come. Listen. That's courage. Courage in action right there.
Great.
Yeah.
My opening line. Bill is my name, just like the dollar bill. So you won't forgive me. We show people how to get out of debt 2 years or less if you got a home 9 years. Where you do not have to spend one penny more. You already spent. We go in and we do a financial plan for you, and that financial plan will get you where you need to be. We have many, many people that you can call on to see that they're very, very pleased with what we do. We have a great program. Give you your number, or I'll give you my number. We'll set up some time, and I can change your life.
All right. Now, what did we notice between everybody that came up? We want to talk about what we do, right? We've got that compulsion. I want to tell you everything right now in my 7 seconds, but now it's 20 minutes of the whole thing, right? Stick to the plan. This is important. Restrain yourself. Just stick to the plan. And it's going is to encourage them to ask the questions. Now, this is important, right? Because do you want to talk to everybody? Like every single person? No, we want the ones that are interested, right? That want our product or our service or our idea, okay? We're giving them the door, the hood, the whole thing. And if they lean in and say, tell me more, gotcha, right? But don't waste your time, right? You've heard Jim Rohn talk about time and money, right? We can always make more money, but we can't make more exactly right. And so why waste it when it's an elevator pitch? All I'm doing is introducing myself right now, right? We'll get into the details later. So everybody that came up and everybody else, condense it, collapse time, save yourself the heartache, right? Like how many times have we given a full-on sales presentation pitch, whatever? It's like, huh, well, there goes another hour of my life and they didn't sign, or whatever. This is creating curiosity, right? It's just opening the door and they will invite themselves in. Make sense? Right? Yes, Karen. Oh, come on up. Let's hear it for Karen. Yeah. That's what I love. When the students start running away, it's a good class.
Hi, my name's Karen Carnes, and I'm known as the Connector People. We buy homes as is, and with 500 deals from contract to close, right now I'm looking for strategic referral partners, people in real estate, lenders, and trades to help share leads with each other. Scan my QR code.
Hey. If I were going to give positive feedback, it's like People Connector. I'm not sure where homes is in there, right? I'm trying to find what your expertise is in that 3-word descriptor. Should I use your? No, it's okay. Customer feedback. So yeah, I'm just using you as an example for the rest of the class. Hey, this is the first time out, right? It's going to take you guys 17, maybe 70 times, right, to get it straight. And some of you are going to have more than one. Okay, we've kind of been through our hour, so I'm going to jump ahead, but I want to read some examples that I put to you. You tell me which one's weak and which one's strong. All right, here's number 1. I'm a realtor. I help families who feel overwhelmed by the buying process find the right home with clarity, confidence, and less stress. Woo! I like that. Hey, the house. Looking on. Hi, I'm Art. I do mortgages. I help buyers who are confused by financing understand their options so they can move toward home ownership with confidence. Boom. If they're interested, they'll ask for more, right? That kind of laid it out, didn't it? Hi, I'm Art. I sell insurance. I'm really losing them now, right? I help families protect themselves from financial surprises so one unexpected event doesn't destroy everything they've worked for. Ooh, you've got my attention now because I'm here to make money and build my wealth and stuff, and I don't need any unexpected surprises. Been there, done that. Tell me more, right? I'm sure some of you can relate. Hey, I'm Art. I'm a business coach. Oh, I got to give a whole talk someday on create your own category, right? How's this? I help business owners who feel stuck, scattered, or overwhelmed build simple systems that create more revenue, time, and control. A little better, a little too much, somebody says. Yeah, better than I'm a business coach. But we need to work on it, right? So those are some examples.
AI can give that.
It can, and that's a whole other workshop. It's going to give you ideas. I hope you guys know how to train your AI, right? Because we need to tell it what to do, and that's very important. Now, okay, so that's basically the tool that we wanted to build today. Did you get anything out of that?
Yeah.
Was it cool? Okay, and in the chat that I put up there, we're going to keep working on it together. I'm going to share mine with you, and I want feedback, right? It's like I've actually got 3 or 4 of them, depending on what I'm doing that day and who I'm talking to and things like that. And you're going to want to have those too, so you'll have them in your toolbox, right? Am I after an investor? I got this pitch, right? Am I after a client? I got this pitch. You know what? I just really like Oscar. I want him in my world. I got this pitch. And I'm not kidding. That's that kapow thing I was talking, just a good relationship, right? Let's see where it goes organically and all that stuff. Now, really, really quick, I want to show you some things to keep in mind, okay? Because now we have our pitch. We're working on it. What do we do with it? We want to multiply it because this was about what? Lead generation, right? Well, we forgot, right? You have to get back to that. But I hope you guys understand like what I'm doing here. HomeLink has been gracious enough to say that I can come back every month and do these things. So we're going to keep on walking down this path that's going to lead through the whole process, right? This is just a tiny piece of the whole thing. So keep on coming back and we'll keep working on what I've given you today and then add some other things on top of that. And we'll really start bringing in the leads and things like that. Now, here's something I want to leave you with today. Because the pitch is what? That's what you're saying. It's who you are. It's what your expertise is and all that stuff. But we need to get it out there into the world because that's your next assignment. Put your pitch together and take it out there into the world, right? And so really, really quick, what's working well today, short form content, long form content, your event intro. This is deep, by the way, these are places where to use your pitch, right? So you've got it all written out, looks good in print, looks good everywhere. It's not just what you say, but it, right? At least put the top of your flyer for your event or something like that, you know, or all of you. It's part of your bio even, right? Have you struggled with working on a bio? Some of us where it's like, what do I say, you know? The highlights. Well, now you've got a real short bio now, and you can use that as a framework. And then there's the call to action, always important, the call to action. Now, this is just something I wanted to share with you guys. Again, kind of getting back to what I was talking about. As you're putting your pitch out there in the world and all these things, personal brand, this is where people are killing it. You probably follow people like this on YouTube and everything else. They are killing it with their short form content. The purpose to get leads is your short form content using your pitch, and then whatever else you have to say leads to the long form content. And this is kind of about you, right? When I say personal brand, this is you. I'm talking about, you know, I'm getting you interested in me and what I do. What do? This is what I do. All right. We're leading you over here to the call to action. Come to my event. Sign up to the newsletter. Follow the link, whatever it may be. Follow this process with your pitch and the other things that we'll learn over the months, and you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it just like everything else. Now, this is important. Have at least 11 pieces of short form content. Write that down. 11 pieces. All right. I'll do something else. Get in the chat. I'll tell you what those pieces should be like. Right? Should they be funny? Should they be scary? What are they? I'm going to list those for you in the chat. I'm kind of rushing it there. It should be pointing. If you don't have non-form content out there, please get some. 30 minutes to 2 hours of something. I know, right? It could be you talking to someone else. Like when I say long form content, it's just for the people that really, I mean, hey, if they're interested in hearing me talk so about houses for 2 hours, awesome, right? We love those people, right? They love too. So do these people. Most people are all about short form content. And by the way, this could bridge over to that, right? You're always going to have some kind of call to action. That maybe should be our next workshop, right? The call to action, because there's really creative. You don't always want to say, follow the link, follow the link, follow the link. Ding, 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 ding. Stop already, right? So we got to mix it up. And there's algorithms that will catch that stuff and start shutting you down. It's a whole other workshop, right? So anyway, short form content, 11 pieces. Long form, 2 hours, at least an hour, folks. Put an hour on there somewhere. It could be like, I'm going to, sit down with Oscar and let's talk about what you do, what I do. Something. Just have some kind of long form content that has the call to action. What's the call to action? Those are bringing in the opportunities. And what are opportunities? Yes, hey, we got it. Or yes, so your 7-day challenge, right, is to get on this chat. And there it is. There's a link. If you guys didn't get it, or if you showed up late, I got a WhatsApp group, and this is specifically for workshopping this stuff, right? I'm not going to spam you or sell you or share anything. This is specifically for this room so we can work on our stuff together, okay? So get that under your belt, and we'll have lots of fun with that, okay? So your homework, your 7-day challenge is whatever you've got prepared right now. If you're happy with it, or, well, let me rephrase that. If you're okay and want the feedback, put it in the chat right now. Just type out your thing. Be sure I know who you are. Put your name on there. Type out your first draft of what you got going on there. And by the way, folks, we're all going to be nice. Okay, we can give feedback, but keep it, or I'll shut you down. Okay. But get on the WhatsApp chat. We'll start working on all that stuff. I got a couple other bonuses for you that if you flip over your work, there's a couple QR codes there. These are just some other related things to leads and stuff like that. The Connection Compass, I mentioned this at an event a couple months ago. This is a Google Sheet that is programmed for you to help follow your leads. So as you plug all your people in, you're going out there, you're networking, you're like, gosh, I got 10 at this event. Ooh, I got another 20 people. Man, 30 people followed the link and the whole thing. And this is set up to where, am I in the way of the code? It's also on the handout as well, the Connection Compass. It's programmed, see, when you put in a name and you put in some things like how important they are. Remember we were talking about different kinds of leads? Like, is it a strategic partner? Is it a client? Is it an investor, a collaborator, whatever? We categorize them over here so I can tell at a glance like what kind of a lead it is. and also the priority, hot, warm, cold, basically, what city they're in, all that good stuff. But I love this part where it's telling me, uh-oh, you missed your follow-up. Because the fortune is where? In the follow-up, right? So this tells you, because I put in the last time I talked to him, and then I put him on a regular, like, you know what? I want to follow up with Andy every 7 days because he's a hot lead, right? I mean, we know he's hot, but he's a hot lead too, right? And so it's going to tell me like, it's too soon, right? So I can just glance at it and go, he's calling Andy on my calendar. It better be because it's about due, and so on and so forth. The next thing I got for you, for those of you that are working on confidence, what comes first, confidence or conversion? No, conversion. Yeah, we have to do this stuff, right? You have to go day to day. We're going to walk out in the world and do this stuff, and we build confidence over time, right? It's like I get comments and things all the time that you guys have seen me do the work I do on stage, this kind of stuff. And, oh, Art, how do you do it? It took a long time for me to get here, but I wasn't good at it the first time. I didn't have massive confidence the first time. I just kind of decided, jump in and swim, make all the mistakes, flub, dub, get the negative feedback and all that stuff. You're going to build confidence the more that you practice this, right? Hey, don't worry, you're going to make the mistakes, right? It's not going to roll off your tongue right at first. So walk around the house reciting it and all that stuff. Now, this is another challenge. It wasn't the one I'm giving you today, but if you want to participate, why don't we add that too? Let's do the 100-no challenge. Your homework is in the next 30 days is to get 100 no's. I want you to track how many people turn you down. Not interested. No, thank you. Right? Why? We're going to build confidence, right? The statistics say that if I talk to 100 people, 10 are going to say yes. I'll be considered 5. Right? Let's say 5.
Okay.
Right? Yes, ma'am.
But you said what comes first, conversion or confidence? And none of the things you said were the conversion part. They were the practicing. Let's say a real estate agent has never sold a house. So I would think that we want them to feel confident by doing all their practicing, but that doesn't mean the conversion actually has come yet.
Well, you're right. Okay, thank you for the feedback.
Sorry about
I'll clarify. No, it's okay. Because the more I do this, right, I'm building confidence. When I get to 100, I talk to 100 people in 30 days. Inside of that, I'm going to convert people. Right? If I don't, okay, if somebody gets to 100 in 30 days and you've got 0, let's talk. Right? Yeah, because there's something else going on. But even not the greatest pitchers and salespeople will get, 5% or something like that. So the conversions start to happen. And when you get that conversion, woohoo, celebrate it, right? Go out, buy yourself that piece of cake, do something, celebrate it. And also, I want you to be excited about collecting those, right? Because remember what we said towards the beginning? It's like, do you honestly expect every single person you talk to close? Every single one? I'm giving you the stats, right? Out of 100 people, I'm doing good if it's 10. I'm doing real good if it's 20. Beyond that, golden. Those are average statistics, right? So I hope that kind of brings into clarity how many people you should be talking to, right? If your goal for the month is 50 people signed, you need to talk to like 500 people, okay? You need 500 leads, right, that you talk to and get a no from. So what I hope this will do is encourage you to just go out there and do it, right? And then come here and track it. No. Ooh, got a guess. Woohoo. No. And that will build the confidence. And the conversions come as we build confidence. Confidence comes over time. The conversions will happen as you go. I'll have to work on the layer for you. Thank you for pointing it out. Okay, so there's that. If you want to do that, great. Now, so I told you about sitting down with Jeff Hoffman. So I hope you guys take this to heart, right? Because this has worked so well for me. It's like, I don't tell these stories to like go name dropping and stuff, but it was amazing. It was surreal for me. It still is that I got a billionaire in my Rolodex, right? And we're talking about stuff and things like that. It's just amazing, right? And all the pitch, the way I connect with people, the relationships, the nurturing, all that stuff has led to fantastic things in my life. I can tell you story after story after story. It goes on and on and on. So you might be the next person who, you're involved in some kind of personal development group. You're not feeling really good that day. So you reach out to your friend Sue in Seattle, say, you know what? I'm not just not feeling it today. I'm away. She's like, you ever heard of this guy named David Goggins? Nope, never heard of him. Well, you should check him out. All right, fine. Oh, look, my phone was listing. So it tells me that David Goggins is speaking at some thing called the Aspire Tour next week. So I went down there and it fired me up. I listened to him. It put some pep back in our step and the whole thing. Had some conversations, made some connections, and boom, found myself employed by the Aspire Tour as the VIP moon host. That was awesome. And then boom, I met Rhonda over there. Rhonda Colts, fantastic fund finder for retired NFL people. Rhonda's my good friend who said, then the next time we had Aspire somewhere, where was it, Charlotte or something like that? We're in Charlotte. And here was another thing. One of my tactics for networking, right, is when I'm out at events and things like that at the hotel or whatever, go hang out at the coffee bar or the bar or something before, after the event, the day before, especially because when the speakers and the organizers and stuff are coming in, you would be blown away by who you might meet down in the lobby and the conversations you'll have. So Rhonda's there. So I got to the hotel. It was just one of those travel days that you just wish never happened. It's a long story short. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. Like, I'm just going to go to bed. Why don't I do practice what I preach? Just walk down to the lobby for a few minutes. All right. Oh, Rhonda and all her cohorts are down there. Guess what? Hey, Art, we're glad you're here. We're all going to dinner. Why don't you join us? But you know what? Robert's over there at the bar talking too much. Can you go get him, please? And tell him it's time to go. Let's go to dinner. Sure, I'll go get him. Hey, hi, Robert. Yes, it was Robert Kiyosaki sitting at the bar, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I found myself in the back when Uber for about a half an hour, just chatting it up with Robert, like we're old friends and stuff, talking about life and his days in the military and all that kind of stuff. And it's these kinds of things. Now, did that lead to a good opportunity? Which is what? It did not. But that picture is $1 million picture. Am I right? Cool. Remember the thing that we got, like credibility, authority, all that stuff. And I put that in places that it gets people's attention, right? We're not good friends with all that kind of stuff, but it was a really cool event, right? So that was a ka-ching, and it was a great cookout, right? Because I am friends with his assistant. See where we're going, right? And so there's possibilities that I could get him on the podcast and things like that. So thank you, folks. My name is Art. But hey, before we stop, I want to say a special thank you to Home League for making this possible.
It's awesome you say. So if you want some marks that you refer you to, it's up to your flex.
What do you think about art? All right, so I'm the founder of Home League, right? And I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. And what y'all think about the education?
Great.
How many of y'all would like to get more education? So that's what Home League does. So we sponsor anybody that wants to do training. If you want to do a training, get with us, and then we can let you use the room here, sponsor your training event. And if you want to continue to get more trainings, then you can find out by whoever invited you here about Home League and how you can become part of the community. Have any of you ever been part of a real estate club? Real estate group, the wealth clubs, there are different ones, rich club, that like that, right? All right, so this is something like a real estate club, right? They have, some of y'all heard of like a mastermind group before, like mastermind group, mastermind club. Well, that's something like that too. So it's everything you could think about, from being part of a real estate club, being part of a mastermind, but with all the education. So Home Link is the education and training